The remote Indigenous professional development is really about empowering Indigenous educators to support our children from 0 to 5 years old achieve educational outcomes in their early childhood services.
So there's a couple of different models of delivery that we use. In situ, when we go into a service and deliver just for that service, then we have our community workshops where we'll go into a community and any service in that community will send their participants to us, and then we deliver the 3-day workshops.
The program is unique because we do it our way and we embed Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander ways of knowing and doing and learning. We say to the participants that we're going to have heaps of fun. It's hands-on. We're not expecting you to get up the front, and we're not going to put you on the spot.
It's also about giving them time and space, to feel comfortable in our learning space. We use the Aboriginal 8 ways of knowing, learning and doing, but we've used this pedagogies to help support our educators learn about the early years learning framework through cultural ways of knowing, learning and doing. We're hoping to impart that knowledge onto our educators and actually for them to recognise that they're actually doing that too. They just don't realise until you start pointing it out to them. For example, we use story sharing. We use that in the yarning circles. When we're doing that, we're sharing stories about each other and we're getting to know each other at an informal level.
That area there, sitting around the yarning mat and the campfire is just another way for participants to share openly, and it's also creating that safe space for everyone.
Help the children to be brave enough to try out new things, have loving, warm relationships with the children.
It's good for us as Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander educators to get the knowledge that we need and to share some of the things that we do in our centres.
With us too. So they actually got the kids to sort the mud mussels into actually groups, what kind of mud mussel, what it was. So they're learning, they're teaching them about culture, through culture at the same time as teaching them maths.
We ask the participants to create their own poster all about themselves, so who they are, where they come from. So it all comes down to that sense of belonging, being and becoming. They have discussions or yarns with each other around, we could do this with our children back in our services, about to get to know them a little bit more.
This was all about me, all about yourself, who you are and what you are as a person. Love, believe, trust, hope and have faith.
It's really good to take the learning outside the classroom. The site visits is actually either to a childcare centre or a FAFT or play group or a pre-prep service. And we usually just go for a visit, have a look around and see if they can identify some of the practices that we've been unpacking. And you can see that they're having this light bulb moment where, that's practice number 3. So, they're making those connections there.
Yeah, there's a little extras that I kind of caught on to that'll take my little knowledge back to the children, yeah.
They just come up with all these rich learning experiences for children. It just goes on and on and on. You can see those extended learning experiences that they could do with children that they never thought of before and making those connections to the learning outcomes.
Being here, it helped me understand that and unpacking them practices and principles and the outcomes. It just made a lot of things clear.
It's very useful. You can take a lot out of it and to go use it and give other colleagues and other people experience of what I've learnt. Education is good for children, and I like to see more of Indigenous students come across in education.
You can see their confidence just shining through. And we've had educators that attended our RIPD programs, and they've gone on to facilitate RIPD workshops too, so it's creating that ripple effect.
Come along, have some fun. We don't bite, There's plenty of cups of tea there for everyone.
They don't want to leave. They don't want to leave the workshop.
Yeah, they wish that they could come back and do it again.